Hello. Suffering. We're all on this constant pursuit of happiness. We're all wondering, how can I be happy? How can I feel good for 24 hours of the day? Well, one answer could be drugs. But why does that have to be the answer? Why does happiness have to be the answer? Content is a pretty good answer, I think. But I don't think that necessarily resonates with happiness. At the end of the day, the human condition is suffering. Let me repeat that. The human condition, for those willing to grow, to make the most out of their human condition, they must suffer. And this is not just a human condition, this is a tenet of nature. Or at least the way we perceive it. Take the mighty oak, for example. When you toss the mighty oak into the soil, what are you doing to it? You're throwing this little seed into conflict, into dirt, into a bunch of bacteria that wants to eat away with it and take away its life. But instead, this thing grows its roots, spreads out wide in its darkness, in its turmoil, in the soil. It spreads its roots, resisting against nature as nature, and then eventually crawling out into the light. And as it continues to persist, as it continues to grow, after spreading those roots, it becomes a mighty oak, thriving on its own yet sustaining life for all that surrounds it. Isn't that beautiful? Only through overcoming conflict was it able to achieve that, and without that conflict in the first place, it would not have the medium to sink its roots into and thrive. That is life in a nutshell. Even if you consider an artist, let's take an artist for example. When an artist sits before his canvas, he's not thinking about how he can have the best time ever, how he can have a blast, how he can have a ton of fun. This individual is ready to give up sleep, endure pain, suffer, to make their creation come to life, to let their imagination flow onto the canvas. The same premise exists within an inventor. Pain is inevitable, it seems. But I guess the perspective is what's necessary when addressing pain. When you do something that you want to do, it's called engagement. You're willing to suffer for it. But here's the thing about life. There is no one answer. There is no just pure bliss. Even Elon Musk, for example, he says being an entrepreneur is like looking into a constant abyss and eating glass. He loves engineering, he loves learning about the universe, but he hates business. He actually does not like it. And at the same time, he's on the constant verge of failure. He's constantly screwing up, and he's constantly being told his company is gonna fail, his companies are gonna fail. That's where the abyss in eating glass comes in. He says, despite loving engineering, and that's all he really wants to do, he still has to do things he doesn't want to do, like business, eating glass, and watching the company constantly on the verge of failure, looking into the abyss. We want to always be happy, we always want to be engaged, but that's not always the answer. Sometimes you just have to do shit you don't like doing. You cannot control everything in life. The best tool we have is our ability to adapt. Utilize that. Eat some glass while finding ways to find engagement to keep you motivated on your endless pursuit towards what you desire. I believe that is the secret. Let's cut the hippie shit. Fuck the hippie shit. I believe some of it, sure, can remain sensible in balance. But there is no perfect life. There is no perfect formula, perfect method for happiness. Embrace chaos. Organize it through force. Will. Wrestle it to your will. And make the most of it. It's gonna suck. You're probably gonna hate it. But there will be parts you freaking love. And those times you do love it will make it all worth it. I promise. Peace.